You are listening to the Doc Malik podcast. This show is 100% independent and fully funded by listeners like yourself. So, if you wish to support Ahmed in all that he is doing, then please subscribe to his channel on Spotify or his Substack. Or simply buy him a coffee with a one-off donation, links to which can be found at docmalik.com. Now, let's get on with the show.
Margaret and Alice through the looking glass. 50 reasons to give your child a COVID shot. Number 1. Your child wants to play a real-life guinea pig. 2. You're too busy to research the potential risk of a novel gene therapy that lacks long-term safety data. 3. You weigh the zero mortality rate and microscopic risk of serious complications from COVID to children and thought, why not increase the likelihood of being hospitalized by 70% and being injured by 25 times and dying 20 times? 4. You like to boost your child's chances of catching COVID multiple times. 5. You want to downgrade your child's natural immunity to antibody-dependent enhancements. You think keeping your child vax-port up to date with the latest injection, Germany is encouraging this 90 days as is Canada, will circumvent the need for masking. 7. You believe being informed consent is passive. 8. You trust the experts, not science. 9. You think life is boring and want to spice it up with some tragedy. 10. You like to add to the 54,697 adverse even event reports received for children out of 1,394,703 reports. That's through August 26, 2022 for conditions such as encephalitis, Bell's palsy, aneurysm, cerebrologist, cerebral hemorrhage, myocarditis, bronchocytopedia, Gilly-Powers syndrome, and appendicitis, heart disease, and death. 11. You wish your child could enjoy a life chronic illness from possessively damaged immune system. 12. You think your toddler would benefit from a periodic seizures. 13. You believe less than a month of expectancy after the second dose it's worth giving your teen myocarditis. 14. You would like to go bankrupt covering the medical bills the government is shielding pharmaceutical companies from. 15. You want to keep protecting manufacturers from liability once their emergency use authorization expire thanks to Reagan's 1980s National Childhood Vaccine Act, which gives them a pass as long as the product is administered to kids. 16. You think it would be fun if your child developed turbo cancer. 17. You believe becoming paralyzed from the waist down and relying on a feeding tube. You like Maddie D. Gary. It would be a good life lesson for your kid. 18. You'd like your child to go from looking like this to looking like this. 19. You wish you could feel like this father did after his son got vaccine-induced with myocarditis, which comes from a 5-year life expectancy. 20. You want your child to experience the adventure of a heart attack. 21. You think playing Russian roulette with your child's life is exciting and are already planning the funeral. 22. You want casket manufacturers to sell even more bulk orders for the child-sized coffins, and so they can surpass 400% increases to December 2021, reported by one North America's company. 23. You want your child to wind up like three-year-old Amber Sura's 13-year-old Jacob Kling, 19-year-old Simona Scott, 17-year-old Sean Hartman, and 16-year-old Ernesto Ramirez. So you don't have to worry about paying for college or any other expenses associated with being alive. You think you could use a good lifelong cry like this is Trinidad mom who lost her son. 25. You feel the government has the right to sacrifice your child for the greater good. 26. You think Denmark's decisions to stop injecting children based on the data is recklessly scientific. 27. You're cool with medical tyranny. 28. You've decided that it's easier to believe the big lie than acknowledge it's occurring and do something about it. 29. And you're terrified of being branded the enemy. You rather endanger your child than being called an anti-vaxxer, science denier, conspiracy theorist, or right-wing extremist. 31. You feel it's more important for your child to fit in that school than to be healthy or alive. 32. Your positive pharmaceutical corporations would never lie, commit fraud, or manipulated research findings, skew clinical trials, keep deadly products on the market, blackmail governments, or bribe, bully, and pressure others into covering up their crimes. 33. You believe everything the media tells you, even though 3/4 of their advertising budget comes from the pharmaceutical industry. 34. You also believe either the later retracted smears is about a Nobel Prize-winning medication that would have negated the demand for the billion-dollar injectables because it reduces COVID mortality by 92%. 35. You think Big Bird is a more reliable source than a scientist who holds 9 patents on mRNA technology. 36. You don't care if it turns out your child can't produce grandchildren. 37. And you're sure big tech has your best interests at heart when they threaten, silence, and censor counter narrative voices is at the behest of the government and mega corporations. 38. You trust the government more than the million or so scientists, physicians, researchers, whistleblowers, data analysts, statisticians, cats, and other knowledgeable individuals, risking their careers, grant monies, reputations, and quiet life to expose corruption, harm, and lethal consequences of the experimental injections 39. You're certain in the agencies that make billions and from reviewing, approving, and recommending these injections would never priorities their profits over your child's life. 40. You don't think there's anything sinister about the WHO attempting to seize one world dictatorial powers for its unelected, almost certainly a war criminal, Director General. 41. You don't care that Pfizer manipulated its clinical trial data for children to secure FDA approval, or that the FDA tried to prevent the public from viewing Pfizer's clinical trial data for 75 years. 42. You can never be fooled too many times. 43. You succumbed to the greatest psychological fear campaign in human history. 44. You would rather gain the aspects of the acceptance of your peers than avoid traumatizing your child. 45. You believe in intellectual curiosity, critical thinking, and willingness to question and are dangerous qualities that should be stigmatized and discouraged. 46. You think your child is expendable and can be replaced if something goes wrong. 47. You prefer to remain you failed your child, yet you reject the evidence from your eyes and ears. It's because you are a faithful Covidian. 49. You want to help the colluders fulfill the philanthropists and tyrants' dreams. 50. You don't think your child is worth fighting for.
Hey, my little girl.
Hello.
That was a very powerful reading. How did it make you feel when you read those words? I know some of the words you didn't understand, and probably you weren't sure what they were saying. But what do you think of it?
It made me slightly confused, as you said, of the words which I didn't quite understand. And though it also made me, not that I already know this, but realize even more how much the COVID vaccines and any vaccines can do to you.
How does it make you feel? Isn't it sad?
It makes me feel sad and angry.
Why are you angry?
Yeah, about people like the government and the big companies are all trying to basically kill us.
Is that how you feel as a child?
Yes, it is.
That's pretty, I would definitely feel angry if I was you. Isn't it strange how they always want to force all of you guys to have these injections?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Do you ever wonder why? Like, why? Do you ever think your body is damaged and needs this to make it survive? Or do you think, hold on, why do I need this? People didn't need this hundreds of years ago. Why do I need this? What goes through your mind? Do you think, yeah, the government wants to look out for me and this is good for me? Or do you think something else?
What I think is, as you said before, why do I need this? People hundreds and thousands of years ago didn't need this, and they still survived a good couple millennia. Well, not as without dying, but their time. So their, how do I put this? Their, the Romans survived for a pretty long time. The Greeks survived. The ancient Egyptians survived, and they didn't have any of this.
They didn't.
They just ate healthy. They exercised. They learnt. They were smart. So why did they need this? If they don't need it, then why do I need it?
Why do you need it exactly? And we're meant to be advanced.
I don't need it.
You don't exactly. You don't need it, do you?
Yeah, because if they don't need it, therefore we don't need it.
And reading all this, how does it feel like when mums and dads listen to the government and inject their children with these things that can harm them? Like, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel let down, depressed, sort of almost betrayed that like parents are doing this and not caring about their child's safety or their child's own life. They just go along with it without like even taking a second thought.
What do you think my job and Mama's job is for you? Like, what do you think we should be doing for you guys?
You should be helping us make the right choices, helping us be happy, helping us be healthy, helping us be safe, and basically just helping us like live a long time and be happy in that time.
And protect you?
Yeah.
Keep you safe?
Yeah, protect us from all the evil which is out there.
And there's quite a lot of evil, isn't there?
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of good as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of good, but yeah, again, a lot of evil.
There's people who want to take advantage of us, don't they? And it's very naive to think that there are not bad people out there who want to take advantage of us, yes?
Yep. And the people who are out there think that they are just better than us, which is kind of strange as they're the ones who are going on about treat everybody equally. But really, they're not.
They're not, are they? They're hypocrites.
Yeah.
They say one thing and do another.
Yep.
It's like they say they want diversity. They want people of different colours and stuff like that. But they don't want you to think differently. Do you know that? They want you to think the same way. And the way they want you to think is the way they want you to think.
Mm-hmm.
You're not allowed to think differently.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, Margaret Anna Alice is a friend of mine. And she writes on her Substack. And she's also a poet as well. And this is, I think, this is quite powerful. And it's
Really powerful.
She was using sarcasm, you know, because I think what she's trying to say is there's no excuse. There's no excuse to inject your children.
Yeah, there's no excuse. There's no reason. So if you do it, the shame's on you.
What about there were some parents who injected their children because they wanted to go on holiday.
What?
Yeah. I want to go on holiday, we're getting the vaccine.
That's just mean.
I think they didn't know any better and they were blindly trusting the government and they believed all the doctors and professors and scientists and politicians.
I guess so.
What do you think that tells you about politicians and governments and celebrities and all these experts?
They're mean, they're cruel, they're very good at manipulating people. Well, and basically they're just truly evil.
They are truly evil, aren't they? Some are doing it for money, God knows what other reasons people are doing it. Do you think you need to be a doctor or a scientist to figure out what's right? Will you, like if a doctor came up or a scientist and said, oh, you need to do this, would you listen to them because they're a big doctor, or do you trust yourself?
Well, I wouldn't listen, and I would trust myself.
How old are you?
I would trust my guts.
Your gut?
Yeah, my guts.
Your gut instinct?
Yeah.
How old are you?
9.
So you're 9. Do you need a leader, or do you like to lead yourself and do what you think is right?
I like to lead myself and do what I think is right and do what I know is right.
Is that why you don't clean up the bedroom when I ask you to?
Yes.
I certainly don't have any power over you, do I?
Nope.
It's my fault I raised you the way you are, isn't it?
Yep.
I've raised you to be a brave, strong warrior. Yeah?
Who doesn't listen to anybody.
Are you independent-minded? Do you think for yourself?
Yep.
It's the way to go, isn't it? It's what everybody needs. Do you want a hero to save you?
Nope.
Why not?
I want me to save me.
All the parents out there who are injecting their children, who still believe in vaccines and think they're safe and wonderful, and what would you say to them?
Snap out of the brainwashing and just realise the truth and care for your children like you should do and realise what to do to them and find out the truth and basically just tell them that the government is evil.
Government is evil. I think that's very powerful.
Really evil.
I'd also add something as well. It doesn't take very long to research what's right and what's good for your children.
Just a couple of 10 minutes. It's what is good for my children, no lies.
Yeah. I'm just about to publish a podcast that I did with someone, Ignored Science. It's got Substack, Ignored Science, and on Instagram. And in 2 hours, he just destroyed all the vaccines and linked it with autism and cancer and everything. It's all there. It's all there. All the research is there. Everything is there. If you just do a little bit of digging in and look for it, it's all there. That's what parents need to do. But an injection is for a lifetime. Once you're injected, that's it. It's inside you forever. And the damage could be there forever. So my advice to parents, I think, would be just wait. Just wait 1 second. Spend an afternoon, a day doing some research. Read the book Turtles All the Way Down. Listen to a few of my podcasts. The ones with Aaron Siri, Andrew Wakefield, Ignored Science, Elizabeth Hart. There's so many. So many. Use a bit of discernment. Use some critical thinking and think what's best for your children and protect your children, because that's what your job is as a parent. Fair enough?
Yep. Fair enough.
All right. Final words with you, and then we'll wrap it up, baby boy. Baby. I'm so used to having your little brother here calling him baby boy. Baby girl, do you want to wrap it up?
Yep.
Say something goodbye or whatever, and then let's
Goodbye.
wrap it up. Happy?
Okay. Yep.
All right. Love you, baby.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Dan, you did awesome. Happy?
That looks like the picture from the Bob book.
Dan.